Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody here for our Inari Futomaki class. My name's Mike. My background, for those of you who don't know me, was I was a sushi chef for 25 years. Quit that due to physical problems. My hands got tired and couldn't do it anymore. So I'm here now because I just enjoy cooking, like to share some of my knowledge. Hopefully it'll help you, all of you to, in the kitchen, to enjoy cooking. So first off, we're going to be making the Gohan, which is one of the stuffings that you can use for the inari. So we're going to be chopping these up. You can pass these around. Do I peel those? And they're so this we have carrots.
Do we take one or what do we do?
You can just take some, and just so to save time, we're going to have you each cutting a little bit of something.
How much do we take of the?
That's going to be, we're going to be cutting the whole konnyaku.
Okay.
So since you're asked about the konnyaku, we're going to, for the konnyaku, I would say you could do.
Everybody can share the whole thing?
It's kind of hard to share because there's not very much. So
What if I don't like konnyaku?
then I would definitely pass it to someone who. Okay.
Why don't you like this one?
We'll share the
I
taste.
like it. Yeah, I can give this one.
Okay, for the carrot, I would cut them in little coins,
She has
about like this. And then you're just going to slice it, kind of as small as you can. And hopefully cut it all the way through. Shiitake, I would cut it in half, slice that as thin as you can, sideways, and cut off the stem. Konnyaku, I would cut it into about thirds, and then slice that. And renkon, cut it in half, again, slice it thin. And for the aburage, cut it the widthwise, so you're going to be cutting, you can cut it this way. But you can cut it pretty much any way you want. And we're going to be making this right now. So that's why we're doing this first. I know my recipe says to cook the vegetables first. I'm kind of lazy, so I just throw it in the pot and let them cook it that way.
We all share the carrot?
It's going to all go in together. So
we're making one big
yeah.
pot. Okay.
Yeah, so I just kind of separated the ingredients so that we can get it done a little faster.
We're all making it together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do we split it out?
Yeah, if someone's sitting idly, you can pass something down to someone else.
Keep it in.
Konnyaku, yeah, cut about, I mean, the renkon, maybe a quarter, thirds, but not too big, not too small. You can cut it in half one more time.
This way
Yeah.
or this way?
The lengthwise, yeah, that way. Well, actually, you can cut it however you want. You know,
Oh, don't tell me that.
can you eat it? You can. Not much taste.
Not bad. Japanese American?
Yes,
What generation?
I am a third and fourth generation.
Third and fourth.
So my family's been here a long time.
I know this kind of cooking will die soon if I better learn. My mother-in-law who's 98, she's not going to teach me, so I figured I better come to this class.
Yeah, a lot of these I'm trying to do the classes to kind of get people interested in the old school food,
Yeah, it is old school.
because now everyone just goes to the store and buys
Oh,
it.
easier, of course. That's the
But-
generation.
But taste-wise,
Not the
you
same.
know, it's not the same.
And ingredient wise.
You know, got to put your heart into it. I'm big about how your way you feel transfers into the way you cook. So that's one of the important things that I try and stress.
You know, like this is too wide, isn't it?
That's fine.
It is?
Yeah.
He'll let it go. I'm looking at yours and I'm looking at mine and I'm like, oh my God. A lot messy here.
My mother never teaches us, she makes us part of the kitchen. You steer, you know.
You stay there.
fry,
You
so
watch. You do.
everybody in my family cooks. My brothers,
Mhm.
so when my brother got married and the wife doesn't know how to cook, my brother is the one who teaches my sister-in-law how to cook. That's why everybody say,
Okay.
why are you getting classes? You cook, and I say, oh yeah, I know, but you know,
Gotta learn how to do it the right
I
way.
want to learn something else. When we made the sushi, I took home. My brother said, "Where did you buy this?" And I said, "I made it." No, he doesn't believe me. I said, "I made that."
So now you have to do it all the time.
And I said, "No, show
There
me."
you go.
You know, I said, "Next
Not
time."
all
I
in
said,
here.
Yes.
So you didn't cook this. You don't make it. He couldn't.
Okay, so for the seasoning, we're going to use sake. It's going to be 4 tablespoons. So I'm just going to do it here.
I know.
No, this is on the paper.
That's on the recipe, yeah. And if you know me, I'm one of those people that don't really measure. I just kind of throw things in. So if you catch me doing that, I apologize. Okay, so that was sake. That was 4 tablespoons. Two tablespoons. And this recipe is doubled, so it's going to be half of that.
Does that show you?
That's shoyu, soy sauce. Sugar, just a little bit. Says a teaspoon. And then salt.
You know, when I watch cooking show on the TV, they all have to 1/4 of this, and they said, "We don't
Oh,
cook like
Andrew,
this.
can
We
you grab me
just
some
have
water?
this."
Forgot. Thank you. And then usually I would use tsuyu, but I'm trying to do kind of vegetarian, so I'm not using tsuyu. But this is the tsuyu. You can get the bonito, get the kombu, or there's just a plain one too. Like mentsuyu, menmi, if you know, I don't know, that one is what my mom always used. And and then I'm using a mushroom stock so that it's vegetarian instead of the kombu or bonito. You could do that, use what you soak the shiitake and use the shiitake water.
Yeah, that's what
Thank you. How many cups did we do? Four cups? Sorry, my mind's been kind of crazy, so I'm kind of. I have early Alzheimer's or something.
Did you want me to add this or is this separate?
Oh, let's see how. I think we got plenty of stuff. So. Okay, so we're gonna put this into the pot, and we'll get it started. Hopefully, it'll be done by the time we need it. Oh, yeah, you can. Sorry, I didn't. Hope this turns out. We're gonna need more water. I hope this turns out. Okay, and where did I put all our ingredients? On the other side. Okay, so your ingredients, you just set it on top. You don't mix it. Let it cook and steam, and then you're going to be mixing it after. So I'm just going to mix these up that we have. I'm sorry?
How much rice?
This is 4 cups, so it's doubled the recipe.
On the recipe, does it say how much the quantities for each?
Yes, it does.
You know, Mike, if you don't use a rice cooker to cook the vegetables, can you just steam
You can, there's, on the recipe, it tells you how to season the vegetables separately.
Oh, okay.
But because of time, because
Yeah.
I'm lazy, whoops,
Efficient.
I throw it in. And it turns out
Yeah.
okay.
The recipe also says you can just throw it in.
I don't think so,
Oh.
because that's how you should do it, or I don't know. Okay, so let's move on. Now we're going to do the sushi rice for the sushi. So you can make your own sushi stew. Now they have the sushi vinegar, which is over here, and you can take a look. And that works fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I use that.
For the sushi stew, I usually use about an ounce to a cup of rice before it's cooked. Maybe a little more depending on how your rice turns out. If it turns out a little bit harder than you like it, and you want it to be a little more fluffy, then you can add a little more vinegar seasoning, and that it'll absorb it and then cook it. So, if you could hand me those 2 bottom containers. Thank you. And does someone else you guys want to try it? Okay, and Steph, can you grab me another shamoji? Okay. And I need yeah. Mhm. They're going to do it over.
Because mine is one bottle.
With aluminum pan inside.
Yeah, the rice cookers you get anywhere for like $45 to a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Really? I'll stick with mine.
But then, like these rice cookers, they'll cook different kinds of rice. They'll make porridge. They'll do all kinds of stuff.
Have to try this now. It says porridge, cake, steamed, all that stuff. And I've never tried it.
So I kind of loosen the edges, go around the outside, and then flip it over. Hopefully you have asbestos hands because it is hot. So after you cook the rice, because we're doing sushi, the koge, there's always just a little bit. So you're just you can leave it, it's up to you, but I'll take it off. And just separate it a little bit. And then try and open your sushi vinegar.
My daughter's allergic to corn. There's a lot of corn syrup in those, so I can make my own.
Sushi soup.
It's just what? Sake,
No sake, usually
vinegar,
just salt, sugar,
sugar,
and vinegar, yeah.
3 ingredients. So I mean, it's so easy. It just takes time
Whoops.
to make your own.
That was 4 cups of rice?
This is 7 cups of rice.
7.
So once you pour the vinegar over it, then now's kind of the tricky part. You want to kind of chop the rice, and you want to separate it. And the idea is to get every rice seasoned. And so you don't want any of the balls.
You don't have to fan it?
You can, you don't have to.
Okay.
mother-in-law would always have the fan. I go, I wish they used a blow dryer.
Yeah, as a kid, that was the thing I always had to
Yeah,
do.
you always
Your
had a
arm
fan
got
it.
tired, you're like,
Always had a fan it. And that's to evaporate it? Is that why they would fan it?
Yes. And also, you know, you can get the wooden oke. It's a kind of a wooden bowl,
Oh, that one.
which is good because that absorbs moisture.
Okay.
So as opposed to this, which doesn't. So like the heat will cause condensation, and it goes around, so it doesn't absorb it.
Okay.
I'm going to let you finish this.
Oh my gosh.
So just make sure there are no balls
Oh, okay.
on there.
She always said to slice it like this
Yeah.
or something. She goes, don't mix it, slice it.
Okay, and we're going to get this one. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm going to do it right here. Sorry.
Balls, okay.
Wow, it's pretty hot.
Tubu rice, okay.
That's hot. Okay. And if I'm lucky, it came out like the last one. But it's not. There you go. Hey, this one's pretty good. So you can just kind of separate it up, and let me give you the sushi soup. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hand this over to you. And so if you use a bigger container, I've forgotten, these are kind of small, but you will see kind of balls where the rice kind of sticks together. You want to kind of bust those up. You hit them, you don't want to mash the rice.
Yeah.
So just be careful with that.
Can I pass it down, have other people try?
Sure.
Good idea.
Yeah, so I would just avoid using a metal bowl. Plastic seems to be okay.
Okay. What do you call that? What do you call that wood thing?
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, can we just show? Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, did you want to share it? Here.
Uh-huh.
I have one, but I never use it.
Yeah.
I mean, what they make, Mazu Gohan in that thing?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is the okay. This is a pretty good size. Before you use it, wet it.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's been sitting for a long time, then it's soaked for a little bit. And that'd help. But that's for this, for those of you who want to be professional. Yeah, this does have metal bands. It looks like they fell off because of it dried, got a little smaller, and then because the wood expands, so if it gets too dry, then they fall off.
Can you spray that with a sprayer like I use for the cake?
With water? Yeah, but it's easier
No,
just
it's
to.
not water. I don't know what comes out of that spray when I bake cake.
No, that's like an oil and flour, so you don't want to use that. You don't want to get oil in it. And then when you wash it, I wouldn't use soap
Really?
because the wood will absorb the soap.
Thank you.
Okay, next I'm going to season the shiitake. First you soak it, then add your dashi, and shoyu, sugar, pinch of salt. For me, salt's the spice of life, so with everything, at least a little pinch. Okay, now we're going to cut stuff for the tofu poke. I use the firm tofu for the tofu poke, and it works really well. The secret, or I don't know if it's a secret or what works really well, is if you boil it. So I sliced it, put it in water for just maybe a minute or two.
Like tofu steak, you slice
Yeah,
it?
tofu steaks.
Okay.
Or you can cut it into little cubes too.
Okay.
And then boil it for just like a minute to get it to temperature. And actually you might see it starting to float. Some of them starting to float, then you know it's good. Take that out, put it in a strainer, and then rinse it, put it in cold water to kind of flash it and cool it down, and then put it in a strainer. I'll let it sit for a little bit while you cut up all your other vegetables.
Mike, can I ask you, so
Mhm.
on the veggies, on the recipe, you, it says to cook it for 2 minutes
Yeah,
and cook it in the rice.
for the vegetables, for the goboku.
Yeah. But can you just do that?
You can just
Just
throw it
skip
in there.
it altogether?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to skip that step because I don't know. To me,
You can't
you
tell the
can't really
difference.
tell too much difference unless you're real. I don't know. Unless you're really picky, or if you're one of the people that could just notice those things. I don't. I should. I was a chef, but I don't. So I'm going to separate this for you guys. We're going to slice this up for the poke. And again, that's an onion.
No, I mean the one in the
Ginger?
container.
Yeah, that's the tofu.
And this,
Why
Oh, I
is it
guess what
dry? I never seen dry one. You know, when I go to 99 Ranch Market, the one I buy is always the soft one.
yeah, the soft is real soft. This is a firm. I don't like the extra firm. So after you boil it, let it sit out, let the water release. It comes out like this. And, well, here. You guys can see this. Sorry, I don't have 3 of these.
What do we do with this?
You're gonna wait. We're gonna cut the onions. So, for the green onions, slice it as thin as you can. Cut off the end. I use the green and the white part. Oh, for you two on the end, I'll give you this. This is going to be the white onion and the ginger. Oh, wait. Save the ginger. Ginger's for the salmon.
You chop all the white onions too.
The white part, for that, you want to slice it. You want slices. So I would cut that in half, about this long, and then cut little strips. we're going to be putting it into tofu.
Yeah, I did.
I never thought of making tofu poke. It's great. 'Cause I don't like sashimi.
Wow, don't like
I know, I'm not real Japanese.
anything.
Sorry. More for my family.
I grew up
But I'll eat tofu poke though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then ogo. Where did I? Oh, here it is. So ogu is a dried seaweed. You can get little packets that they have for poke that has the salt and everything in it. I want to do it myself. I want my own. So this is a dried ogo. So you want to salt it. I mean, you don't. You want to soak it. I'm sorry. So this has been soaked.
For about how long?
Just for a few minutes,
Okay.
and then strain it out. Sort of squeeze the water out, and then you'll just slice this up too. Or small bits. If you're doing fish, same way.
Is that just like what, seaweed or something?
It's a seaweed.
Okay.
Mike, did you want us to do the ginger?
The ginger is going to be later,
Okay.
and we're going to be grating that. So
Oh, I thought you meant grading this. I thought we were gonna do it. I was like, oh.
You're not getting graded.
T, not a D.
well, I can grade you, but okay. The other thing we need to do is we need to cook the inari. For the inari. It comes, well, I found out like this, like packs of 5 or 6. So you get this, you parboil it, or some people say just pour hot water over it, trying to get the oil out. Then you take them out, squeeze them gently, and then now these were parboiled. Now we're going to cook them. So I have the dashi over there. Again, it's dashi, shoyu, sugar, salt. That's it. So we're going to separate these and put those in there and turn the heat up just a little bit, please.
Oh, so you cut them after you cook them?
You cut them in half after, and then you're going to separate it.
Oh, okay.
And you do that in a little bit. Wow, we're doing good.
So I always buy that big pack of 60
Mm-hmm.
of the already seasoned.
Already seasoned one.
Because I never knew what to do. I mean, now I know.
Mm-hmm.
So the small pack is just plain one. It just comes like a pack.
Yeah,
That
it
one?
comes in a little bag like
Yeah,
this.
I've seen
Yeah.
those. Okay.
And the reason why, I used to always get the pre-made inari too.
Yeah.
And I always remember when my mom and my grandma made it, the shape of it and the look of it was different. Right now, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a square and it's not soft. And so just this past year, I decided I'm going to make it myself. So I made it, and the texture is a lot softer. The seasoning, you can adjust it to how you like, because to me, the ones you buy are so sweet, a little bit too much. So you can adjust that. Although these are gonna probably be sweet because I tasted the dashi and I kind of made them sweet. But so that's the reason why I started making inari, and I wanted to share that with all of you because it's not that hard.
No.
And to me, the taste is a lot different. Is a lot
I
better.
like the sweet because that's what I grew up on.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
okay.
So you can adjust the sweetness to however you like,
Yeah. Okay.
and that's the good thing about this too. I don't know. You could eat soy, but if you can't have, if you're gluten free, you can use the gluten free soy sauce,
That's true.
and
Yeah.
you can do that too. So that's another pointer. Okay, so now we're going to finish this up. Show you. I'm sorry?
Is he using the otoshi buto?
No.
So we can save that too.
You can, if you don't have one, which I don't know how many of you have that.
What's
It's
that?
a little cover, like a wooden cover that you stick on top to keep things down. You can use foil, kind of push it in before you start cooking and make a little, what is it? Like a little insert, stick that on top. And when you do it, the inaris are all gonna float. So, push it down. So I put the foil on there. I put a little weight on it to hold it down. So yeah, just a little bit. But if you just put the foil on top too, it kind of keeps it so that they're not fully out. So that works too. Okay, so for the poke, simple ingredients: shoyu, salt, sesame oil. Kind of one of my secrets, what I'm not doing with this one is I also add dashi because I like it a little toned down from just the shoyu and the salt. So the dashi kind of gives it a little hint of sweet, and I kind of like that.
Okay.
Where am I going? We're going to go here. So for this, it just says this would be for like a pound of fish or maybe a block of tofu, but it seems like a little bit less than I like. So I always make more. Maybe double it just to be sure. So instead of 2, I'm going to do 4.
That's the regular shoyu? Or
This
the-
is regular shoyu.
Regular, okay.
So if you see on the recipe, I did add a teaspoon of tsuyu, but I'm just going to do soy. Again, tsuyu, you can use plain one, kombu, bonito, mushroom. Yeah, if you're a vegetarian, use the mushroom. You can get a powder, or I found this. It was a mushroom stock, comes in little packets like this, and you can use that, mix it with a little bit of water, and then add that. Yeah, most important part of poke to me is the sesame oil. and the salt.
My daughter can't have sesame seed oil. It's just really bad for her, so I make my own with the sesame seed.
You can do that, or I've used perilla oil.
Oh, okay.
You can find those in the Korean market.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the strong taste like sesame, but I also mix some of that in my poke when I make it.
Okay.
Kind of another secret, I guess.
How did you choose to make tofu poke for us today?
When we were talking about the class and things to do, Steph actually recommended tofu poke, so that's why we have that.
Much more economical than us buying the sashimi, so.
Well, that and we're doing salmon, which isn't a poke, but it's just kind of I just use ginger, green onion, and that's it, I think. You can use sesame seed. So, if you want to split this, there's the two, right?
Yeah.
So split this in with the tofu, and then
So half.
where did I? Yeah, use about half.
Like these onions, do you want that in there too?
Yes.
Oh.
You
So
could
what in
you could do
here?
half and half,
Half and half.
and then you can use this
Oh,
to kind of
here.
mix it.
Oh, here. So here's a dashi.
Use the a spatula
already used
to
that.
kind of mix it
Yeah, cut it off.
so that it doesn't break it. So you want to just be careful. You do want to separate the kind of blocks that kind of form. It kind of sticks a little bit because it's boiled.
But use your hands.
You can, but you got to be careful because of the tofu. If you sometimes if you use your hands, it kind of grabs it and it'll break it up. So, but you know, if you do it carefully, then you're fine. Okay, moving on.
How long do you let the age soak for?
You just want to do it for maybe 10 minutes. You're just trying to season it. It's already kind of soft. And then when I cook the shiitake, I also cook the, I didn't mention this, I should have mentioned this. This is the kampyo. To prep the kampyo, you need to soak it first for about 3 hours. And also you need to rub it with salt. So
before you.
I do it before, so I wet it, get some salt, rub it, and then I soak it for 3 hours, and then I rub it again.
To get the salt off.
To get the salt off, and it also can be a little bitter, which I never caught that before when I did it because I never rubbed it with salt. I always just soaked it. But this time I tasted it and it's like, how come this is bitter? So I checked it out and they said, yeah, the compio can be bitter. It's because you didn't prep it right. So I used the salt and that toned it down. So kind of secrets of the trade, I don't know. So I cooked the compio with the shiitake at the same time. The compio actually takes a little bit longer, so it just means that the mushrooms are going to have a little more flavor.
It comes in like a pack like this.
Compio comes in a package like this.
So you just need like one strip of it.
Uh,
It's 2 ounces. So
it depends. You know, when I do it, I look about how many of them I get to make, how many futomaki. So, and then I kind of measure it out 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half.
What is it exactly? Like,
I'm sorry?
what is it? The gourd.
Oh, it's a gourd. Yeah, I want to see what it looks like. I'm curious to see what it looks like.
I think they're kind of
Is it the big gourd like they made
remember.
instruments out of? You know, the
And then somehow they slice it up, but it's,
Yeah.
I think it was, I think.
just says gourd.
I mean, because that's when I think gourd, that's what I think of.
Yeah,
you know.
those instruments.
Yeah.
Hit like a drum.
But you get funky out.
Okay. So next, we're going to take out the shiitake. Let it cool a little bit. And then we're going to squeeze these, cut them for the futomaki. I think those we can take out. And yeah, put it in a strainer. Thank you, Andrew.
So is that a thing where they have like 7 ingredients in the futomaki?
Actually, if you get them at like Sakaya Sushi,
Yeah.
there's not 7. There's maybe 5.
What do they take out?
Well, let's see. I don't know. Do they have a carrot in there?
No.
I use Yamagobo because I like the color and it's orange, like this.
That's what that is.
So this is Yamagobo. So it's a pickled burdock root, mountain burdock,
Kidding. I've never seen that.
and it's just it's like a pickle, but it's not sweet. It's more kind of salty and.
Does it come? Is it orange? Is it
Yes,
gobo?
it comes. No,
Oh, okay.
no.
It's a different strain.
If you get it, it's white. I mean, it's like a root.
Oh, it looks like a gobo.
So it's color. It's the color, but it's a mountain gobo, so that's why it's so skinny.
Okay.
Right, regular gobo is a little bit thicker. And this is the package of the.
Okay. My mom never used it, so I never use it.
So this is the Yamagobo,
Oh.
and you could hold on to that.
So they have this in the stores?
Yes, it's with the takuan and all your pickled vegetables.
Oh, it's refrigerated.
Yeah.
Okay. You're teaching the sensei. Interesting. So do you pick and choose what you like to put in your macaroni?
No, I do 7 because 7's kind of a lucky number. I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could change it up, you know. We're doing, what are we doing? Compio, tamago, which are kind of standard. Shiitake are kind of standards. Cucumber, standard. If you want it a little more color and a little more vibrant instead of cucumber, use boiled spinach. Because the color, you know, you want it, pops. Good good word. And then
What's
I use
that pink thing in there.
the pink thing. It's funny you should ask. Is called dembu. It's a dried or a fish, sweet fish. If you can find it in the stores, you're lucky. You might find it New Year's time. You can find it on Amazon, but it's super expensive. Like this much is like 14 bucks. So that's crazy. So what I did was I made it myself. You can get any white fish, cod, pollock, anything that's kind of flaky. I use swai because I always have swai in my freezer, which is, it's kind of a white fish, but to me it's a good fish because it absorbs whatever you're cooking with it. It's moist, it's not real dry. So anyways, I use that. You put in sugar and sake, and then first you boil the fish, take it out, cool it, then you break it up small as you can. Then you're going to stick it in best is a nonstick pan, and you're going to dry it out. So you use about medium heat. Take your time because you don't want it to burn, and then you're going to add the sugar and the sake, and then red food coloring. And you're going to end up with this. So if you've never had dembu, this is pretty close. Other things you can use instead of dembu, you could use masago, except it's not pink, it's orange. It's the smelt eggs. They have green, they've got black, but I don't know if you want to put in black, but mostly orange. I was thinking about what else you could stick in there too, but that was it. So other than the kampyo, shiitake, tamago, and cucumber, instead of yamagobo, if you want, you can parboil carrots, and then soak it in a little bit of water with vinegar, and that will season that. So instead of that, also you can add in avocado if you want, and I use kanikama because that's imitation crab sticks. So I put that in there. But I do 7. Well, with the dembu, it's 8. But, so that's up to you. You can put Spam. You can put unagi. You're making it. You can put whatever you like in it. You know? Roast beef. I don't know. Bacon. I've never seen it, but possible. Okay. Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So we're going to pass these around. They're still kind of hot, so be careful.
Take one.
So I would grab at least 6, or 3 of those. Yeah. And then what you're going to do is, actually you're going to need to squeeze them. Let them cool down a little bit. They're still real hot. They are very fragile. And you don't want to squeeze them real tight because you want the flavors to still be there. Then you're going to be cutting them in half. And then these I found these real easy to separate. Some of them are a little bit harder, And then you're just going to separate them. If they don't separate, they say you can use a chopstick, kind of roll the chopstick on it to kind of help separate it. I don't know if you've worked with aburaga in the old days. In the old days, you used to have to open it up and take out some of the inside. But nowadays, you don't have to. I was kind of disappointed because, well, okay.
Oh, really? Oh, just, I think poured it all over. You want some of the flavors.
Yeah, you don't want them to tear. They do tear quite easily.
Have you ever made these from the age from scratch?
That, no.
In here? Okay, so
Um,
maybe good work.
Yeah.
I love age. It's so yummy. These are bigger too than the pre-made ones, huh?
They're bigger, so what I do is you can't fill it all the way, but
Yeah.
that's kind of a mouthful. I do it maybe halfway,
Oh, okay.
and I either fold it over,
Yeah.
or we're going to be doing some upside down and then sticking something in it, so you can kind of leave it
Oh,
open.
Sometimes I wonder, what's Japanese American and what's Japanese, because we've Americanized a lot of things, and I don't know the difference. Whatever my
Yeah,
Nisei
yeah,
mom
because
taught
you
me.
only see it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've learned, so.
And if they let you in the kitchen when they're cooking, otherwise you don't know what they're
No,
doing.
that was not their way. They just did it all,
Just said, get out of my kitchen.
yeah.
Yeah, luckily my mom didn't tell me to get out of the kitchen. I told her to get out of the kitchen later on when I started cooking. But she never told me to get out of the kitchen, so I kind of watched. But she didn't do too much of some of the old traditional stuff. Like I do the Osechi class every year, and she did all of that. So
Wow.
that kind of
Yeah,
gave me an idea.
great. And we benefit, thank you.
So keep an eye out in November if you want to take the Osechi class.
What do you do if like toward the bottom, like it doesn't want to open?
Kind of stick your finger in there and just kind of gently try and push it. Yeah, your fingers are smaller. Mine are kind of big, so I might use a chopstick or something else. But yeah, some of the corners, yeah.
The Japanese I talk to, they say, oh, we go to this department store and buy osechi.
Yeah.
Only the grandmothers make it. And then
Well, and then the kids nowadays, they don't even eat it.
I know, they're not going to make what they don't like to eat.
Not to mention they don't know what it is. So that's one of the reasons why I do the Osechi class too, is to kind of renew that idea and get people to kind of remember. Okay, you're going to leave these in the front of your, or the top of your cutting board right now, and then we're going to do the shiitake. So I would take 2.
You mean squeeze these?
Those you got to squeeze too. So you can squeeze them before you grab it or after. Leave some of the flavor. Don't squeeze them dry. So try not to be too angry. Just a little bit. If your shiitake has a stem, cut those off because the stems are real tough.
Can I cut it in half and then take the stem out, or?
You're actually going to be cutting it in thirds, so you can do it that way.
So what? I'm gonna follow you. What do we do?
Oh, so you can kind of cut right around the
Okay.
the stem, and then you can cut the stem off.
Let me throw it away.
The stem, yes.
So it should be like
In thirds. These are all going to go in your futomaki. And then you can grab the gobo. Some of them are kind of thick, in which case I cut it a little bit, and we'll use it so that it's going to be the length of your futomaki. You're going to be doing 2. Well, 1 actually. If we have extra, then you guys could play a little bit, but.
What was this called again?
Yamagobo,
Yama, a mountain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
mountain burdock.
Did you say make it the length of the mushroom? Like,
Yeah, you're going to do actually the width of the seaweed.
So we're cutting half this way?
If you need to, if it's real thick, otherwise you don't need to.
Just leave it.
Yeah. And then okay, tamagoyaki. If you're making a lot, they sell it like this.
Really? I've never
And
seen that.
this I found in the frozen section, along with the, what's there? The oden, the frozen,
Yakisoba.
the expensive kamaboko, and
Okay. That's the pretty one.
but this, or you can, in the markets you could find this in their seafood section, or like I know Tokyo Central, it's in the round section, and they'll sell just half of this, so it's just a block. Or you can make your own. So you want to cut about, what is that? 3/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. And then you're going to be cutting it in half. Just so that you have something for your futomaki. Okay. Next, takwan. You can get any flavor you like. That's it. I don't have anything else.
They have different flavors?
Yes, they actually have shiso, ume, katsu, so, and then just a plain, kind of sweet.
Do you find as much taste difference from the creamy?
Yeah.
It's kind of the texture.
Not as fluffy.
It's not as fluffy, and they're usually a little sweeter. And if you'd make it by yourself, well, if you do it yourself, I tend to make it not as sweet because it's kind of hard to do and it'll burn. So you want to try and avoid that. Excuse me. So I'm going to cut these in hopefully half sizes.
Have you ever made your own takwan?
Yes.
Do you do the whole piece or do you cut them in pieces?
I never do the whole one. I always slice it
Yeah.
and do it that way. Depends on how you grow up. You know, you could either do the round slices, or some people like kind of the little spears,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
or so that's up to you. Easy to make.
It's so easy to make. Yeah.
Do you know why some people call it takwan and some
Sure.
people call it okoko?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I know why?
Yeah.
No.
My
Do you?
husband and I always argue because my family calls it takwan and his family
Like
calls
coco?
it okoko.
Yeah, my mom and dad call it different things. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we do now?
So takwan, we're going to be cutting in pieces like this, little squares.
So do I cut it in half
You can cut it.
or just
How?
slice of it?
I would cut it a slice,
Okay.
and then
Then make the length.
cut it about size you want to see in the futomaki. You could have left it longer, but
It needs to be longer?
well, you could have left it whole. So
Oh, I thought you. Oh, sorry.
yeah, this one was in half because that was left over.
Okay.
So you're just going to cut it like this, and then cut a strip. You're probably going to have to cut those in half after, right? So
How many are we making with our?
you're going to be making one each.
Okay, that seems like a lot. No?
One piece. You can slice them up really small, but it's easier to do it thicker. You'll be a better sushi roller if you do it smaller. Losing my voice.
Is that a hot house cucumber?
This is the hothouse cucumber. You can use these. You can use regular cucumbers. If you use the regular cucumbers, I would peel them and then seed them.
Yeah.
For these, you can just use it.
Persian okay?
Persian is okay. Japanese is okay. So for the cucumber, we'll cut it in fourths. We're going to end up like this. If it's a little big, cut some of the seeds off. And let me give you some more too. There's this one. So if it's a little big, yeah, you can cut it down to whatever size you want so it'll fit. That might be a little bit big. One, two, three, four, five, six. No, 5, 6. Okay. Next is the, excuse me, compio. And you're just going to cut off about the size of your sushi roll.
So would you say like half a foot?
About a foot. A little shorter than a foot.
A little shorter than this?
Yeah, about that long. Yeah, because you're just going to want to make it about this long.
So yeah.
Oh, hello.
And next, kanikama. You can get any kind you want. You're just going to need one. Wow, I don't know if all that's going to fit in there, huh?
Yeah, this is like a lot of ingredients for futomaki.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll the futomaki.
This is smart to cover it with plastic. I never thought about doing that.
That was a sushi chef trick.
Then all the little rice doesn't get stuck and
It's called a oh my gosh.
How do we slice this one?
Just the length of the sushi, so about this long. Maki.
Maki soup?
Yeah,
Maki soup. Maki soup. Okay, thank you.
early Alzheimer's, sorry.
Okay, you got the maki part.
Okay, we're going to be using a full sheet. You can pass that around.
It doesn't matter if it's shiny side or the dull side.
You want to put the shiny side down
Okay,
pretty much all the time.
really? Okay.
So you can see the rough side and the shiny side.
You want the lines horizontal?
We're going to put it so that the short side is up.
Okay.
Does it matter what side this, because of the
You
flat
want to
side?
use the flat side. You want to put it on the flat side. Yeah,
So the green side?
the green side
Okay.
is up.
You want to use the other side? Other side? What, that side? Green side? Flat side.
Okay, and you'll see a little bowl of water. Shiny side down.
Down, shiny side down, short side on top. Okay.
Okay.
Short side on top. So the lines are horizontal to you.
And Steph, if you can hand me the rice real quick. And thank you. And what I forgot to mention earlier was we should have turned this at least once, like after about a half hour, to try and cool it all. So it's still a little bit warm, but it'll work. Anyways, you're going to wet your hand a little bit.
Oh, no, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Then you're going to take about a softball size. I don't know, is that size of a softball? Bigger than a baseball, smaller than a softball in between. Okay, lay it down across. And then you're going to push the rice, not push it down. So you're just going to push the rice across. You're not going to be mushing it. And a little bit bigger than I grabbed.
So we're covering the whole nutty?
Leave about a ½ inch at the top. And let me give you this real quick. But get the rice to the edges,
On the sides?
sides, bottom,
Okay. Oh, so we just see the top half?
just the top.
Oh, okay.
On top? Oh, okay. That's what folds. Oh, okay.
And the secret is everybody wants to use a lot of rice. You don't want to use a lot of rice. Pretty much you just want to cover the seaweed, the nori, So it looks kind of like this.
You ever do sushi parties?
I've done it just a couple times.
Kind of fun.
Every year for New Year's. Okay, then you could lay out your ingredients. So I always put the cucumber on first, because that gives me kind of an edge to push everything against. And then you could put in whatever you want, however you want.
Is this one too sparse?
Nope.
Cucumber first. Should you not be able to see any of the nori underneath?
No, it doesn't matter. You can see. And then you guys could put some dembu on it too.
It should have it, the dembo should have its own line.
You could put the dembu anywhere.
Like
You could
that
just
on
spread,
top.
yeah, spread some on top, or usually it's against the rice. I wasn't going to use it. I was, yeah, but just spread some. Yeah, just you could give it its own space, but you can put
Does it
something on
make it
top of
fishy?
it. Not real fishy. You can taste it.
My mom used to do something, it was brownish, but she added the red dye to it. It was like dried up fish. I don't know what it
I think it
was.
was shrimp.
Was that shrimp?
I think.
It could be shrimp.
Or something, it just put a little bit, yeah, made it red.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, we ready for the fun part yet?
Do the Koreans put sesame seed oil on the nori?
They put it on the rice.
Rice.
Well, some might put it on the nori, but any liquid on the nori is going to moisten it, and it gets kind of funny. So I think I've seen it. They put it on the rice
You can tell there's sesame
because they don't season the rice.
Oh, they don't.
It's sesame oil. Okay, so once you get all that, kind of pick up this end like this. And then you're going to fold it over so that the end goes into the clear part where you have on the top.
Not yet. So, a little bit more. Did you put your top one in? What? Keep going.
You're going to have to squeeze it a little bit.
This way?
Yellow.
And then you got to pull that out.
What do you mean? Oh, I see. Oh, lift the whole thing? Yeah, because you want to make sure that it kind of. Oh, okay.
So just squeeze, just keep it over and then squeeze it in with your fingers.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh,
You want to just tuck that end in. You guys got it? You need help?
it's right where this is one. I've seen it a few times. That's how I know. Because when I did it, this is what I always thought the problem is getting it round. And
Daijoubu?
Yep. As long as it stays shut,
Is it
you're
okay if
fine.
it's kind of oozing
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
That'll be my bottom.
And then you could use the bottom and then kind of make it flat. You can change the shape. Yeah, so use that. Just put it over.
Oh, and squeeze more.
and then kind of push the sides. Okay. How did we do? We did it okay?
I don't know.
Sort of.
And then, what do you do after this?
After this, you want to make sure you got it close. So here, you can kind of push it, this part in with your fingers a little bit,
Yeah.
and then pull this out, and then
Oh, keep like compressing it.
and then that should be okay. Yep,
Kinda
you're
round.
okay. You're okay.
Okay. Cool.
And then you can push the ends in so you have a little extra bit of rice you can kind of pull off.
Oh, okay. The end pieces. It's for us to eat.
Maybe put some right on the end just so that that closes. And then put it down. Okay.
So now we can make our own maki sushi instead of paying what, $10 per roll at whatever it costs now?
Is it only $10 now? I thought it was more.
Or probably more. Maybe sometimes I don't like. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, easily.
Oh.
The Inaris.
It's not this big.
Okay, let's
Oh,
see.
no, I know. Mine is the breakfast burrito. I know. Do I have too much stuff in there?
Not too much stuff, but
It's just,
let's try and fix it.
okay.
Just gotta keep doing it. That looks great. It gets easier. Yeah.
That's what we get to eat.
Yeah.
Either
That's
comes
right.
out too big or too small. We've done a class here where it's just
How is it?
sushi rolls.
Oishi?
So you ended up making
You made it.
and my metaphor, but everybody's a problem. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, at least it's a lot better than I've ever made. I don't see the seam, which is great.
Pretty.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like I don't even know where the seam is. That's
Should I, so what did I do wrong? Okay.
You
So you go like that.
you push the ingredients that way. You don't want to push the ingredients.
Oh, okay.
So you line them up towards the edge.
Yeah.
And you just kind of fold it over.
Okay.
You don't really roll it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay?
All right.
Everyone else okay? Okay, after that, we're going to start doing the, oh, we got to get to gomoku. I heard it finish. How'd it turn out, Steph? Does it look all right?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
Encouraging.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, the more you practice, the better you get. That's the whole thing.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
I'm so proud of myself.
You should be.
Wow, very good. Very pretty.
What am I looking for?
How many slices would you get out of this ish?
You should get 9.
Really? Okay. With a sharp knife.
Yeah. If you do 10, it's kind of skinny, they'll fall apart.
Too chintzy, yeah.
Okay, and our gomoku is cooked.
What is it called?
Gomoku. Gomoku Gohan. I didn't really think about it, but it's because there's 5 ingredients.
Okay, well, that helps to memorize it.
I didn't ever put that together until this time. Oh.
Now, is that different from the Mazi Gohan?
Just ingredients.
Okay. Is the Mazi Gohan, is it more white, the rice, than this one?
Is that what? That's more like a chirashi type?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one doesn't use shoyu.
Okay, yeah. I know my son made this beef bowl thing, rice and the beef and onions in the rice cooker the other night. It's
All together?
So easy. I just pour. And
There's all these rice cooker recipes now, and I'm like, I should try that. So stuck on just rice.
Okay, so once it's done, separate the rice. Again, like the sushi rice, you want to kind of break up any balls and then just kind of sort out the fillings. Kind of like that. Oh.
how many cups of rice did you use for this?
For this one, we'd use 4, so we doubled the recipe.
Okay. Oh, these are going to fill the aria?
This and just the plain rice.
So this would make it a little bit fancier than when you fill the aria, huh?
Correct.
Yeah.
So you can do something like this. You can also use somen, soba.
I've seen that, yeah.
Take some sliced cucumber, some benishoga, and depending on how much flavor, you might need to put some of the suyu on top.
On top of the
I mean
noodles.
the noodles.
Okay.
When I've made it, usually the cover, the inari, has enough flavor, so I didn't need it. But
How many do we fill with the gomoku? 3 bags?
well, you're gonna do salmon, gomoku. What was the third one? Poke, the tofu poke, and then you'll have 3 to do whatever you want. Oh, here you go.
Is that the skinny side?
So you guys did a good job.
Do you find it's easier to put it by spoon or by hand?
It's easier by hand. You might need to mix it a little more, but it's easier by hand. Kind of make a little ball. You want it a little firm. And then with the plain shari sushi rice, you can also add goma. A lot of people do that for their inari. And the last one we're going to do is the salmon. So you guys don't dirty your cutting board, so I'll just do it for you guys, if you don't mind.
So we can fill it with this Gohan?
Yes.
One with the,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Just say one for the poke, one for the salmon.
okay.
Those are what you're eating or taking home, along with the Futomaki.
So my mother-in-law would like make the ball first, then put it in the agear?
Yep.
Is that what you do? Okay.
And then you can make it as big as you want or as little as you want.
Do you try to fill to the very corner?
If you can, but that's all, just aesthetics. So it's up to you.
Mike, do you have extra agear?
Yeah. Oh, here. Oh, sorry.
So is that the topping?
This is going to be a topping, yeah. So it's going to be one that's upside down.
And we could put either rice in it for the salmon, or does it matter?
It's going to be rice and then the salmon and the poke. Rice and the poke.
But does it matter which rice we put inside first?
It's up to you,
Really?
but for me, plain.
Plain, okay. We need to leave some space then, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So kind of make it like normal size and then fill it and then.
So we do one with the gomoku, and then what should we do for our next one?
The next one, you just want to save one for the salmon, one for the poke, tofu poke, and you can do whatever you want with the other.
Did you need some?
Very cute.
What is in konnyaku?
Konnyaku is just the yam cake. It's actually supposed to have almost 0 calories.
Is there any fish in it?
No.
Really? This is the konnyaku, right?
Yes. That's what you don't like.
You know, I think maybe I didn't know what was in it, so I just.
Never
stayed
use
away
it?
from Yeah, now I'll eat it because I know there's no fish in it.
Yeah, there's no fish in
Oh,
it.
okay, thank you.
Mike, do we just leave these open?
Yes,
Okay.
for the poke and for the salmon.
How long have you been doing this for?
The classes? How long has it been, Steph? About 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. Because you've done Osechi 3 times now?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, some people have no background of anything, or is it people that usually are like
That for the
Asian
class,
American?
we've had all races,
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, because when you say goma, I know what goma is, but if someone doesn't know goma, then
yeah, I do that.
Mike, do you fill these up to like the top?
The top, no, I wouldn't.
Like 3/4?
You can, but to me, that's too much rice.
Right, okay. Because you're about 3/4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give them ginger?
Yes. That was over there.
Okay. Can you grab that for me and I'll just do that?
Well, we just take two of these, and then do 4 of these. And we'll do 3 and 3.
Can we fill it with this, or we wait?
Oh, yeah. Did I leave green onions somewhere?
You know when you're filling it, you don't want to really pack it in them. You want to kind of keep it fluffy inside.
Yeah, you want to think about eating it. And do you want it to be like,
A brick.
well, I wasn't going to say a brick, but like with sushi, the idea of when you make the rice ball is that when you put it in your mouth and you take a bite, that it'll fall apart. So you don't want to squeeze it real hard.
Mike, are we
That's-
doing 3 with this rice and then 3 with regular rice? Is that
Well, just do at least 2 with the regular rice, so because you're going to put the tofu poke,
okay.
and then
Yeah.
What else have you seen that people fill the top?
kanikama. So
Okay.
just with a little bit of mayo, masago, ikura.
Okay.
I was trying to think of what else I would stick on top. If anyone likes natto, I'd put natto on top. Because I like natto.
Did you grow up with it? Is that why?
Actually, when I was little, I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Not until I was a little bit older.
My mom never had it, so I never had it. So. But I had my kids eat it. They eat it.
That's good.
Yeah. They're not picky. And they try whatever dad eats, so it's good.
But yeah, we grew up because both my parents liked natto.
Oh, it's really healthy
And
for you, huh?
you know, we'd put the raw egg in it too.
Yeah.
Eat it over hot rice. Let's see, what other toppings? Seaweed salad.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
No, that is the topping. That is the topping.
so for the ginger that I'm putting in the with the salmon, this is like a grater. Works really good. Has a rubber bottom, so if it's on a regular table, it won't slide. It's real sharp, and then real fine. This is, I think, a little better than a micro zester
Oh, okay.
or the real fine graters.
So there's the Japanese part.
The Japanese
Yeah.
is what holds it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The copper one. The copper. I don't know what the bronze copper is.
Oh, yeah. Those aluminum.
Oh, you guys got those, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you gotta,
I remember
finally
those.
spent money on a bigger sized one that was sturdy because the one that I had for years would bend.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's been probably in the family for
Forever.
years.
And that, I had a little dish about so big. This, I had this, the thing in the grating cork in the middle, and it was painted. I got it at some street fair somewhere, and they were using it for garlic. And then you put your olive oil, and that way when you're doing your bread, you just dip it
okay.
right there.
Okay.
So everybody had their own.
Oh, so you're flavoring the salmon?
Just flavoring the salmon with grated ginger.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to put in a little bit of salt, and that's it. I kind of ran out of green onions because I forgot to bring enough, but you can use your imagination. You can also, I was thinking, use furikake, because I like all kinds of furikake.
Thanks for writing out the recipes for us. It's so helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, it took me a while because of the way I cook,
Yeah.
but I kind of look for recipes and then I just make it mine. So
Yeah, that's good.
you get my recipe.
Hey, we'll take it. Because you want to adjust it, right? You know. But we want it to taste just like you teach us. So.
Yeah, well, you know, my saying is, you know, make the recipes your own. You don't have to
Yeah.
stick in an ingredient just because it says this is what you want.
Then the kids get used to your flavor.
And then they'll say, that's not how mom makes it. That's not how my mom makes it. Okay, so that concludes the video portion of the class. Thank you for all of you out there in Zoom land for watching. Please come back again and see us.